They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Soon the bastards line up us. From the velvet team, it drops everything.
Armour, blades, Irvington General.
We won't need to.
Good job, gang.
If we do this right,
Last us the journey.
they'll run for the damn hills.
They were big, and they were angry.
I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Those machines.
Great headline.
No refugees. It is decreed. Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed. Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name? I'm doing the questioning here. Last time. Name?
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate. in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business. Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still. The Watcher will communicate with our new intelligence directorate. They'll determine if you're a threat to the city. Upstanding citizens have no reason to fear. And you are an upstanding citizen, aren't you?
The Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die. Please comply now, citizen. I will interpret any further hesitation as resistance.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Villains, take heed.
God damn it all!
Recovery is imminent.
Bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Fascinating.
Hear me. Teresa's caress also has roots.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Balduran? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. Not a tragedy, a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
And all-round pleasant folks, from what I...
And if a patron...
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Mazel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
Need something?
Then that doesn't make it.
Greetings.
Which means we're getting a real...
And all-round pleasant folks, from what I...
Damn squatties. Time they got what was coming.
I'm looking for... bloody gnomes.
We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole. Bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well. Good. Sniff 'em out. Gut 'em clean. Keep Baldur's Gate safe. Bring the head back here when it's done. I'll be around.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a watcher's fist.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation. I just want somewhere warm and safe.
I found so many victims for Cazador here.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren. And they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks! We're adventurous, damn it! You're damn right. I can't believe they wouldn't let us in.
The bridge guard chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Maybe the circus would be more open to traders?
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions. Stupid bridge guards. Should have dumped a lot of them.
Now, what do you reckon, lass? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? Ah, it's no good, I tell you.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more needed.
It's not for the master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free. You can't mean that.
He's playing mind games. He can't raise a hand to the Master, let alone kill him.
You have no idea what I can do. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. Do you really think you can stop him?
I'm the only one who can. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I don't need to fear him anymore. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them. Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves. Well, thank you, darling. But there's nothing to be afraid of. We're a team, after all. We are a team, aren't we? You are still with me? I knew I was right about you. You're a true friend. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect.
Dar was right. This was a stupid idea. More open to traders?
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
Listen.
That's curious.
And all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff?
I'd probably break his nose. Good point. Doesn't make any sense.
Here we're waiting at the drown.
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art? come again. Get you out here, fresh off the easel.
Why are some people so strange about Sharess's caress? It's just sex.
People are just walking into Sharess's caress like it was any old business. No disrespect to you, of course, if you're a patron.
Oh, we're not queuing for Sharess's caress. Not yet, anyway. Head on in.
I'd probably break his...
Look, Sharess's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. There's dancing, dinner, drinks.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
I'm listening. It is done. Vlakith's will be done.
Can't give up now.
Do you two have rocks for brains? What were you thinking?
Yeah. You haven't even gone inside.
I'm not going inside.
Brothel, pleasure house, den of decadent delight.
If you have gold, a weary traveller, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by. Such a shame. You won't survive without his help. And I'll miss your pretty face. At least hear him out. You'll be surprised what he has to offer.
Isn't right.
I've been taken
On his leash.
Okay. Gang.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Else, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. But other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste? Right as falling rain. What's it to you, chuffer?
Don't worry your pretty head about the fist, love. I can play them all like a lute.
What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots! Order up! Another tankard for the fist!
New guy. Trouble.
Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering. Oh, you are quite correct. I consider them one of my finest features. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved. Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink. The Drow, two of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings. But judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent.
New guy in trouble.
You got that right. The guild? Yeah. That's what I heard.
You have the key.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye. Don't know about that, chum. Hoots Hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles. Could beef you up, sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet. Damn! The gal knows what she wants. First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot. Sharess Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't. My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Amira there looks about ready to burst. Have a look. All set, are you?
One chicken wing.
You have the key to my heart in that.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
Gods above. The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again.
You have the key to my heart in that.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
That was the finest strudel I've made, and they just ate it off each other's asses. Will you tell Saul that snails are not an aphrodisiac? They're just salty. There's a difference.
I want to give it a good rumple.
Gods above. The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again.
You have the key to my heart in that.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
That was the finest strudel I've made, and they just ate it off each other's asses.
it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
Will you tell Saul that snails are not an aphrodisiac? They're just salty. There's a difference.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic version of High House of Wonders?
You have the key to my heart.
The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again.
I want to give it a good rumple.
That was the finest strudel I've made, and they just ate it off each other's asses.
Remember our vow to keep one
You have the key to my heart.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic version of High House of Wonders?
Will you tell Saul that snails are not an aphrodisiac? They're just salty. There's a difference.
You keep scaring your regulars off, Swan.
That blacksmith was paying me to use the clamping device.
Gods above. The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again.
We are not in trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops, you and I will continue that. Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic looped version of High House of Wonders?
That was the finest strudel I've made, and they just ate it off each other's asses. Will you tell Sawn that snails are not an aphrodisiac? We're just salty. There's a difference.
We are not in trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops...
You have the key to my heart in that.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
The cucumbers have been taken from the pantry. Again.
Your actions have drawn the ire of someone nearby. A fight is inevitable.
I wish I could kiss you better. I mean, to try.
Safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
We should go. I do not want to face the master.
Sue?
We haven't...
It's not... I want...
You were never... Oh, that's new.
Why would you come back? You got out.
He's playing...
You have no idea.
No! Oh, brother! Please!
Fine. You were...
The mask, do you really...
I'm the only one... The sun comes now.
This isn't...
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador... Yes, they're no threat to... Worst of... The only... 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him. Well, thanks. But there's nothing to be... We are a team, aren't we? And... All right.
Bloomin' hell, you have a skeg at these. That should do you.
Would be more open to trading.
Open your mind to new sensations.
Damn, Hoot.
I'll take that.
Take it however you... Oh, you've put me out of... He rented a room upstairs in the hope... Carilla is... Take your time. Have a drink.
New guy. Trouble.
Go see Raphael. Then I might let you buy me a drink.
Guild. Yeah. Flyer.
Look where Come to pay your It's your lucky day. I am receiving... But they do say a burden can't... As for them... Of course they... That's... He dresses fab...
Rumple. Remember our vow to keep one another safe.
The 2 men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. 9 fingers. No matter how hard you concentrate, you can make no sense of their conversation.
Damn right I do.
I never let you was even hired. I just want to be rid of that.
Isn't right.
Game. Play it.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found?
Gods. Stelmane is dead.
While that is startling, it still doesn't disprove my theory that Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, does it? That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason, too, if you're at it. Why was Lorgan killed? That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Could doesn't quite cut it here, I'm afraid. I need a solid, provable motive. Come back when you've got some real evidence.
To try.
Guild. Yeah.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here in...
I'm listening. It is done. Action, not reaction.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Be rid of that brute.
You're fine, maiden.
I wish I could keep
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes, give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing, can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore. Oh, calm. It's the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it. Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an elder brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden, one that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. Ever watching for more than 1,000 years. For a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
The means to loosing the Prince of the Comet was within our grasp, and you refused it. Why? Why? Is he any worse than Asmodeus, do you suppose? The reigning serpent, he who harvests souls to fight an unwinnable blood war. Worse than Mephistopheles, the devil who slayed his own son. He whose experiments threatened to melt his own frozen throne. Your mind is made up. But there's another option. Glory be to the comet. The devil keeps the Orphic hammer in his lair. If we can find a way in, we can take it. I'll use it to smash the Truez bonds. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet. The Githyanki will be free. First to Voss, then to Raphael's House of Hope. Just don't expect a lavish spread awaiting us this time.
Such a prude.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone in Shires's possessions
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? How very gumptious of him. What were the terms of this deal? Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delight?
Voss, friend to the Comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the Devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
Lae'zel remains quiet in the face of your lie, but her eyes betray her contempt.
Can it be? Will the mighty Prince Orpheus soon illuminate the astral plane?
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. Let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry. No, I do not.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus. You should feel shamed by the lie you told to get it. But the silver is too pure to be tainted by simple deception. Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. To break Orpheus free, we will need the Orphic Hammer. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon against Gaith.
Lae'zel gave a thorough description. You can't think of more you would add.
On his leash. We will continue down.
Hey! You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it. Come here! I'm not going to start an argument. I just want to know why you turned the boss down. You won't come out of this alive without him. The boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city. I'm sure you're right. Between the dictators, the murderers, the guild, and the cult, this city's brimming with goodness. Listen, because I'll only say this once. This fight isn't just about Baldur's Gate, or the Sword Coast, or even Faerun. If the Brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been. I won't pretend he's an altruist, but he's looked at the balance sheet. No world, no souls. And it's hard to get leverage on an Illithid. They make terrible clients. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
Leash. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. Stops. You and I. We will continue down.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers craved the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
It was not my work itself that has ever been a challenge to me. Merely the circumstances. I worked in this business in the Underdark, but it grew to festering monotony. The entirety of drow culture is obsessed with bondage beyond reason. While such activities have their charms, I yearned to reach greater depths. And there is no society on this planet more laterally, imaginatively, and confusingly depraved as that of Baldur's Gate. Although of late, I do feel like I've seen everything. Perhaps you'll show me something new. I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it? Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement. Well, there are two of us, aren't there? Use your imagination. I barely got a moment of sleep last night. And no, not in the good way.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic lute version of High House of Wonders?
Whoa. Slow down, sweetie. Take a deep breath for me.
Get your art here, fresh off the easel. Fine taste buds. We're just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone is Sharessi's correct. Seems like a lot. Bigger, smaller, in-betweener, I've got 'em all.
Certified, non-magically altered produce. Flavor guaranteed.
That doesn't make any sense.
It will when you bet the drought.
Oh, Father, give me strength.